Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the duck adventure for December 16th. Oh, as soon as I came around the corner, the ducks saw me. They're all waiting. Here, I'm gonna put the pail down. Oh, yeah, we got escapees. The Muscovies. Oh, Doug, I just ran into Doug. It's unbelievably nice. Again. Actually, they're calling for rain today. So there's a Muscovy female. So there's got to be another one out because it seems there's a couple every morning escape. Alright, let's get the ducks out of here. It's been, I've been up actually since 4:15 this morning. They were unbelievably loud. Actually, they were so loud, I thought there was something in the pen killing the geese. It was crazy how loud it was this morning. I think it was about like 4:10 or 4:15. They just started going nuts. So look at this, they're coming over. And they're going to the way for the geese. Oh, Doug. Oh, yes. Leave it to Doug. Doug, get back here. Come here, Doug. Oh, he's going to go back over. Doug wants to herd them. Doug, you're ugly. He just loves his ducks. You know, it's amazing how I keep saying it all the time because I am amazed how this dog has just embraced the ducks. I think a lot of it is he just loves the frozen nuggets and he associates them with nuggets. Oh, look at that. Disco duck flying. There's just a slight mist in the air right now. They're calling for freezing rain all day, so. But it's supposed to be like a high of 4, so it's basically the ground. You know, the water's going to hit the ground and freeze. It's going to come down water and then turn into ice. And I have to go to town today, so I've got to get it done quick before the storm gets bad. Oh, look at them! They're all underneath the truck. They're looking for dirt. You know what would really make these ducks happy is a big, big mud puddle. And I'm talking mud, not water. They would just love to be doing some drilling. They're going through drilling withdrawal. Oh, the rain's actually just starting to come down a little harder now. Oh, let's take a look here. Survivor duck. She's getting more and more feathers. You know, it's just taking so long for that poor duck to get her feathers back. It's really unbelievable, actually. But they were out last night, like all night. Well, they woke me up. I was sleeping away, and I had my door cracked open in the house. This way, I gotta check the zoom here. I sometimes flip the camera around and forget to zoom back out, and then I get this shot of my nose. You guys don't see it in the editing process, but some of the shots are pretty scary. They're so close, especially in high def. But they woke me up. I've been up, like I said, it's really early today, so I'm going to get the water changed and get some feed for them because obviously they're going to have to go through feed because yesterday I didn't put any feed in there, so the feeders will be interesting. I'm going to throw the pivot heads on. Hopefully they work. Yesterday they kept dying again. I don't understand these things. You know, one day they work great. I record all day. You know, the next day, bang. You know, they just turn off. And it's not like they're turning off as in, you know, the battery's dead. The recording turns off, but I look and the blue light's still on. So like they're still on, but for some reason they just stopped working. And I've checked, you know, online. I've plugged them in. I've done the updates on the software. It's all current. Nothing makes any sense. And of course, the Pivot Head website sucks on support. They don't have any answers to any questions. I sent an email off to them to ask them if they've had this problem before, but they are the best company when it comes to tech support. Actually, it's actually pathetic. They're really bad. They've got some serious management problems at that company. But anyways, I'm gonna go throw them on. It's starting to rain. Oh yes, and don't forget the hat, guys. If you want a hat with ear flaps on it, there's the links below. It's to my eBay store. I've got, I think, 33. With 34 yesterday. Someone bought one. There's 33 left. There's as close as you're going to get to a toque with ear flaps that I have, so that match what I wear here on the show. Not the same brand, but as close as possible to the style. I'm going to throw the pivot heads on, and oh yes, and last night I didn't have roasted duck. If you guys watched the video, you probably were waiting for me to do the roasted duck, and then it ended. My day got screwed up yesterday, and I'm not having roasted duck because I got in the house and the pot was full of duck hearts. I had cooked a big batch of duck hearts for Doug, and I had forgotten. So by the time I got everything cleaned up and got Doug's duck hearts in the fridge, it was too late to even start duck. But tonight I'm having roasted duck. So I'll show you guys how I do my roasted duck in my modified roasting pan. And for everybody that keeps telling me about lids on roasting pans, for ducks, the worst thing you can do cooking a duck is put a lid on it. You need to have the air around it so you get the crispy skin. And I'll explain more when I'm cooking it tonight. The temperature is really warm. But the wind is actually, it's really damp actually. Okay, let's go do duck egg recon here, Dougie. We'll see what they've given us for duck eggs, and hopefully the pivot heads don't die. Oh, Doug's making all the ducks fly. Oh, that dog. He's such a pup. All right. Let's see what they've given us for eggs in here this morning. Oh, feeders, still not even stripped really. There's still something in there. All right, there's one egg in here. Okay. All right, that's strange. One single egg in here. All right, let's go outside. Grab the hoe, just in case I have to get any eggs out from underneath. I put new straw in here yesterday I should say. Oh, there's one egg in there. Come on, egg. But don't make me go underneath there. Oh, what's that trick? Almost need like some kind of little claw. All right, that's 2 eggs outside, so the hoe means they gotta have a bunch inside, hopefully. All right, I'll put the hoe back and we'll go to the barn. All right, and look at the Muscovies. They're the silliest birds. They can come and go as they please, and then they'll sit in the pen, for a good part of the day. Then they go out and they escape, and I don't get them. Oh, lots of snow fell off the roof. A big overhang. Gotta shovel that before it freezes. Once it freezes, it's impossible to get out. Oh, I hear a whole bunch of ducks. Oh, just one in here. All right, girls. What have you given me today? Relax. All right. Oh, okay. So there's 3. Okay, there's 3 more, so that's 6. And listen how loud she is behind me. They're okay, so that's 6, 7, 9. Oh, we've got a nice little round nest, that is. 9, 10. Oh, we're down. Yesterday was 15. Actually, yesterday was 16. I forgot to show you guys because the pivot heads turned off on me. But there was one of the when I was cleaning out the straw underneath the side of the barn, I found another one buried. So, and look at this. That is bizarre. Like, it's like they've stopped eating. That makes no sense. Like, I didn't put any feed in here yesterday, and there's still half a feeder here. I'll top them up today, but it's just weird. Absolutely, actually strange, actually, that they've cut back on their eating like this. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, Doug's having a snow bath. Oh, Doug, no! Duck poop. Let's see what the duckies are doing here. Oh, they're waiting for me to take the drain out. Look at them all. They're waiting for me to, here, I gotta go take the drain out of the tub for them. They're all waiting for the rush of water. Oh, they've got it figured out. I don't know who's trained, me or them. Silly ducks. Silly dog. I'm surrounded by just a ton of silliness. Alright, I'll get the hose happening here and give the ducks their blast of water. I've noticed too that since we've been letting them out, you know, because they're not locked up in the pen all day, is that the geese seem to be a little bit better. I don't know if it's because they're out all day and they're not, you know, penned up. I don't know, but I still know we have to get rid of a goose. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Oh my, so nice to have my hand back. I really wish this year I could have put that hydrant in the pen. Unfortunately, the way things happened, there was just no time for me to install a underground water line like that. And hopefully next year. Got to make it so the winter that we're doing less garden hose action. Okay. All right, let's give the ducks their blast of water here. Actually, I'll go down here and we'll get a better shot. It's so funny. Oh, ducks. Alright, I'm missing a goose, I think. Okay. No, there's 5. Okay, I keep thinking there's... I can't, you know, sometimes I get so screwed up with them. But I think the 2 big white guys are males. But I'm going to properly sex them. Once my hand gets a little better and I can handle them, I'm gonna figure out what they are for sure. And it's going to be a guaranteed I know what they are. I'm not going to be guessing. There's some really dirty females, though. A lot of duck sex has been going on here. Muscovies are clean, though. Mo's not doing anything. But I think my memory serves me correct. Last year, it was later in the year, or I should say earlier in the year, as in next year, that the Muscovy started mating. They're not like the Peking and the Ruin, or they go basically at it all non-stop. Little survivor duck. Oh, I can't believe she made it. All right, let's get this water happening. All right, and we'll get the feed, and we'll top up the feeders. I'm just baffled on how the feed consumption here the last basically 4 days has sort of dropped off like 50%. Well, so far the pivot heads are working, and there's my helper helping me. Because, you know, I need a seeing eye dog like this. Help me drag me to where I'm headed. Hey, Doug. You're a silly pup. He's pulling me towards the pen. Okay, Doug. You gotta watch where you're going, though. You're not much of a seeing eye dog if you're not watching. Okay, now he's pulling me backwards. Okay, no, you're not. You're doing the opposite here, Doug. Okay, let go of my pen. All right. Okay, yeah, I have to open up. Okay, Doug. Yeah, be gentle with that hand. It's the one that's just got better. Yeah, it's supposed to rain all day. And this time of year when it rains, it's not the type of weather you want to be out on the road. Well, it did almost take a whole bag. All right, we'll head over to the... Oh, Doug, no! Don't eat that! That's a big chunk of frozen ice poop. Come on, Doug. No, it's nice to try to take the bag from it. I know. No, the duck bag is not a toy. Okay, Doug. Okay, no, Doug, you're gonna trip me. Yes, I know. Okay. Oh. Hey, let's go, Doug. No, let's go. Okay, Doug. Okay, Doug, no. Okay, stop it now. Yeah, the problem is I play with him so much that he thinks everything is a game. Dog gets us. Okay, let go of the bag. Okay, he wouldn't let me go in here with the bag. He gets a serious amount of attention. He's actually really bad when people come around. I actually had some people yesterday come that I'm trading actually some duck for lamb, some spring lamb. They're a lamb farmer, and they came and picked up their duck yesterday because they're just doing their lambs right now. And so I said, come and get your ducks before they're gone. And they were here with a bunch of kids. And Doug, of course, being a kid magnet, or kids are a magnet for him, he was basically just going crazy yesterday. Totally ignored me. I didn't exist. He's something about little kids. Well, it's because we know where he came from. He was raised in that house, that apartment, I should say, that had a whole bunch of little kids in it. And he basically, if he's eye to eye with a kid, he's basically gonna suck their face. He's big into licking. It makes me sad because he barely gives me kisses, but a little kid, he's crazy over them. Like crazy over little kids. Which is really neat to see such a big dog be so just absolutely nuts over little kids. Oh, good dog. Right on. He's going into the bush to poop. That's so much better than doing it right beside the deck. All right. Let's check on the water here. I'll take a look at see what they're up to before I head around. Pivot heads seem to be working today. It's like video, lottery of these things. I've noticed, like I said, the last couple of days with them being out and running around, the geese seem to be a little better. But unfortunately, we know what'll happen. The dirty weather will come and it'll get cold and nasty, and they'll stay in the pen, and then the geese will get territorial all over again. So this little break in the weather is just so I can get my hand better to deal with the problem. Oh, a big crow right over top of us. It sounded like he was right on top of me, actually. All right, well, the hose is filling up here, and I'll just wait, and then I'm going to go for a quick walk after I put the hose away, down to the swamp, see if we can see any tracks. Well, my chores are done. I'm going to go for a quick walk before I have to take care of my other business and run to town before the big rainstorm hits. Everything starts getting slippery. So Doug and I are, well, Doug's right behind me. He'll be here shortly. There he is. We're going to go for a quick walk down here to see if there's any tracks. I don't see anything except some Doug tracks. That's why Doug, mark your territory. Actually, all the tracks I see down here are Doug's. Come on, duck. Come. Come. My neighbor said that he saw a coyote in his front yard in his orchard. I don't see any track here. Dug tracks. These are pretty tight together. And actually, they look a little bit fresher than something that happened yesterday, because it's been melting. Oh no, they're dug tracks from yesterday. And right now, because of the warm weather and you know, we've had some, like, it's been above zero now for 3 days. I prefer to stay off the lake. I've always made a rule of thumb to stay off the lake till January. Make sure everything's good and frozen. As you can see, the water and the duck footprints here. You know, there's actually water on top of the ice, slush, and that just makes you know, the ice that much weaker. I don't want to go through, but I don't. Yeah, all the tracks I see look like dug tracks. They're all pretty tight together. Looks like dugs. Yeah, everything here looks like dugs. He's been running down here a lot, so it's hard to tell unless you get a snowstorm. That's the only way we're gonna be able to tell. And I'm planning on getting a friend of mine has got an Argo with a track, and I'm going to try to convince him to come over here this winter and bust all of the bulrushes down, flatten them completely. Because if we can start off with the flattened out, then it's much easier to stay on top of it and keep it open. Plus, I want to make a trail that goes straight to the lake instead of you know, this big area down here. I've got some ideas on a path that they're going to go like straight to the lake, no creek action, and you know, and line the trail on each side with electric fence, or you know, some kind of snow fence or something that just stops them from being able to ambush the ducks going to the lake. I probably it's going to be something that, you know, Doug won't get electrocuted. I was just coming out of the freezer to grab some veggies to start supper here. I want to show you all the ducks. They know I'm in the house, so today they're all hanging around the back of the house. It's a nasty wet day out there. It's it's cold. Well, not cold. Well, it's 1 degree Celsius outside, but it's raining, so it's miserable. It's actually, I think you can see here. I'll try to zoom. See that mist? That's actually water in the bush there, in the sky. In the air, I mean. I'm a little lost for words here this afternoon. But the geese are hanging around here today with the ducks. Oh, they're so dirty, the ducks. But I'm just going to throw my duck in the oven. So we're going to go and go inside there, and I'll show you how my new roasting pan setup works, and we'll see how the duck turns out tonight. Well, I'll see how it turns out, and I'll let you know. Alright everybody, we're going to try out my my modification here that I did for my roasting pan. I'll show you. It turned out, now this roasting pan has a grate that came with it. But the problem is that the grate is not tall enough to get off the bottom of the pan. So it turns out my little hangers that I made work perfect, and I put them diagonal to hold this rack in place. So it's about 2 inches, or yeah, roughly 2 inches off the bottom. So the drippings, the drippings should 90% should stay inside the pan because of the height of the pan. And a lot of people, you know, have mentioned when I showed my modification here on my pot or my roasting pan, that why don't I put a lid on it, or a Dutch oven, or something like that. Well, the problem is that when you cover duck, because it's so moist, what happens is the skin is mushy. It's really gross. I'm not a big fan of it. I like crunchy, crispy duck skin, and these ducks, because they're so lean, the skin is like potato chip crispy when you do it this way. So I haven't had this combination of spice that I'm doing today. I'll give you a little shot here. We've got onion powder, a little seasoning salt, black pepper, a little paprika, and I'm using Frank's Red Hot instead of Tabasco, just to make the bird sticky so that the spices stick to it. And I'm going to set the tripod up here, and I'll show you how I do it, and I wrap it with the tin foil and all that kind of neat stuff, and we'll put it in the pot, and you can get an idea of what this my modification on my roasting pan is going to work like. I think it's going to solve the problem, because before I was using a tray on the bottom and the splatter was just coating the inside of my oven. This has got to seriously cut down on the splatter. Okay, my helper's walking around the counter here. All right, the first thing we do when you're roasting ducks is you got to get the wingtips cut off. Now, because on duck, the wingtips have absolutely nothing on them. So everything is, I'm a bit struggling here because I'm still dealing with a gimp hand. Now these, the wingtips, what I end up doing is I just nuke them for about a minute, and then I give them to Doug, because he's really interested in what I'm doing right now, the smell, but he will not eat the duck. He won't touch it. He's not interested. I don't know what it is with it, but like right now he's right there. There he is. He's watching. He's my helper. But he won't eat this. But once I nuke it for about a minute, still my right hand is still, my finger is a little bit screwed up here. But hey, I just got my cast off like on Friday, so I'm doing, I think, pretty good. Alright, so that's the first thing we get rid of, is that. Now, oh yes, I was at the grocery store and they had ducks. I could not believe it, guys. And I was tempted in buying one just to bring it home, to cook it, to do a comparison, but I didn't want to waste the 10 bucks. Poor little duck. It was this big. That's how big it was. It was like that big. I couldn't believe it, how small it was. Now this one, the leg got busted in the plucker. It got jammed in. This did not happen when we called it. This happened, long after the bird was dead. So now, the first thing I do is I'm going to put some Frank's Red Hot sauce. Now this, it doesn't give any heat whatsoever to the bird. It's absolutely no heat whatsoever. It just gives a nice little pepper taste to the skin. The thing about using like this or Tabasco, actually this one's got a little bit of fat in the cavity, which I'm going to take out because there's enough fat actually underneath the skin of the bird as it is. That right there is just unnecessary. And that's it, really. Think about that. That's all the fat there was on the end of that bird. And take a look. There's nothing. It's the birds, really lean birds. I'm really this year, considering that they were a month older than last year's. They should have had a lot more fat on them, and they didn't. So I got a little bit of hot sauce on her. Now I like doing the spicing in a separate tray. I don't like doing it in the roasting pan, but the simple reason is because the drippings are already going to have enough spice from the outside of your bird. So you don't want to, have all this excess spice in the bottom of your pan to contaminate your drippings, because you want to save your drippings. Now, seasoning salt, another one favorite I use is celery salt. Is one of actually my favorites, but I haven't had a seasoning salt in a long time. And this one doesn't want to shake. There we go. This stuff will stick on here. Now a lot of it falls right off. Now, I love pepper. I'm a pepper nut. So I like putting lots of black pepper on because it really makes the crispy skin. Just add a little extra taste to it. And a little bit of paprika. And this is how easy it is. You just do this and then you throw it in the oven. Well, we're not going to throw it in the oven yet. What we're going to do now is we're going to cover the wings. I tore some tin foil here. Always shiny side in. Put it inside the wing. Now, if you don't do this, what happens is the wings just burn off the bird. If you do this, you salvage the wings, and you actually get a nice little snack out of the wings. Move that out of the way here. I'm a one-man camera show, so I don't know what I'm recording on the tripod because I'm looking down here in Braille because I don't have my glasses on. As everybody knows, I'm a one-man show here that loves his food. I hate cooking for other people because they always whine about my spices. Alright, so now we do the neck. I do the neck also because it'll burn off. If you don't, another thing you can do, actually what I'll do this time is I'm going to cut the neck off and stick it inside. Because we're in the roasting pan, I just realized this, we got a slight problem, is before my trays, the neck could hang out, but because of the roasting pan, and I just realized this because this is my first time using my roasting pan, that I've got a technical difficulty, as in my bird is going to be too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to sever the neck here. When you're using a knife that's sharp, you try not to cut towards yourself. Oh, it's tricky bending with this hand. Still with this hand I can't use all the force on it yet. Alright, I'm struggling. I didn't plan this out on the video, but this is reality TV, so a reality, not much scripted here. Oh, man. I'm trying to bend with my thumbs. Because I only have 3 good fingers in this hand right now. I'm getting my physiotherapy right now with a really sharp knife. Oh my God. There. Okay. Trick of cutting there inside of the neck is getting inside each vertebrae of the spinal column on the neck. So we'll just stick that right inside. Duck can have that later. It can cook up inside. I don't have to worry about it because I just, like I said, I just realized that the my roasting pan is not long enough. It's not like my tray. My tray can handle the necks hanging at the end. So, all right. So now we'll place the bird in here. I rip the skin. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so that's what she looks like in the pan. Oh, this should work out. All right, I'm gonna give my hands a quick wash here, and we'll get this in the oven. Should take. This is a 6-pound bird, so it should take about 220, but 2 hours and 30 minutes at 325. So I'm gonna wash my hands up here. All right, I got my hands cleaned here. Well, people, the pivot heads did it to me. I just don't believe it. They what happened was they stuck on recording, and the only way to turn them off is to hard boot, and since you hard boot, you lose your file. So I just recorded nothing except what I got on the tripod. But anyways, I'll show you the duck here. It's in the oven, and it's going to be there for 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I've got a timer set here for every 20 minutes, well 14 minutes because I just finished screwing with the pivot heads for the last 5 minutes. It'll go off and then we'll flip the duck and I'll give you a shot. Hopefully I can get the pivot heads running again. I just don't believe these things. They're getting worse. I don't know what's going on with them. The software's up to date on them. I've checked everything you can, and pivot head, you're not gonna believe it. I've sent emails through their tech support. 2 days, they don't even reply back. It's an unbelievably incompetent company. Unbelievable. All right, so my veggies for tonight. I've already put some pepper on, but I'm just putting a little bit more on here. You can never have enough pepper in my life. Anyways, they're just, these are some the pole beans that I grew actually last year, which I just took out of the freezer. And we're gonna have them roasted with a little bit of duck fat. I'll put a little bit on each end here. And these won't go in the oven just yet. I'll put them in probably about the last 35 minutes of the duck roasting. They'll go in my little toaster oven because I have no room in my oven. So, and that's how I'm gonna do my. These will take about 40 minutes at 350, and they're gonna be really nummies because the duck fat makes everything taste better. All right, another 20 minutes. So far, it looks like my splatter problem is seriously cut back. This bird is actually really lean, not a lot of fat in the bottom. Oh, it's looking good. Right on. Actually, that deeper roasting pan's really doing the trick. A lot less splatter coming off. All right, 38 minutes to go. And the splatter is seriously cut down with the high sides on this pot. Oh, she's looking good. Oh, this is going to be so tasty. That's working really dandy, actually. I'm really happy. All right, this is the last flip. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes, not 2:20 that I originally said. I said the wrong number, but I put it in for 2:30 because it's a 6-pound bird. Oh, it's looking good. It actually might need a little bit longer, actually. It might be because the higher sides on the roast pan, not enough air is getting around it to make the skin crispy. That's the only thing I could think of. All right, people, we're 1 minute away. Well, we're technically done, actually. But I screwed up on the timer, but it's over. It's done. Get back, Doug. Get back. Doug's got his nose right up here. He loves roasted duck. Oh, that looks good. Just look at that. Oh, it's done perfect. This bird is really lean, actually. I cannot believe how little fat is in the bottom of this pan. That's another reason why it's not splattering too bad, is the bird is super lean. Well, guys, I'm not going to share the eating process with you because, well, I'm a pig. And I'm going to just make a pig of myself here right now because I'm starved. Being outside off and on all day, and I've done a lot of running around, and it's time to gorge. Oh, that looks good.